Controversial opinion, but I think that most influencers are going to end up going broke, and I'm
Hello everyone, welcome back to Life with Flo. Today we're going to dive into a topic that both of us have been wondering, okay, and eye-opening why so many celebrities end up going broke. Now we see them living these lavish lifestyle, designer clothes, luxury cars, mansions, and exotic vacations. But what's often hidden behind the glitter is glamour is a financial reality that these people and we don't expect. Let's unpack the reasons why this happens and what we can learn from them. So I've put the videos together so that you watch and learn, and I'll be back to share my two cents.
controversial opinion, but I think that most influencers are going to end up going broke, and I'm going to explain to you why I know this. I'm saying most, not all. Just keep that in mind. It's pretty comparable to being an athlete, a famous athlete. Just keep that in mind while I'm speaking, because we have real stats from athletes. We don't have as many stats from influencers. I went to an event 7 years ago, and this lives just rent free in my mind. It was hosted by a popular Instagrammer called The Fat Jewish. And if you don't know who that is, then I think it just kind of further proves the point. And at this event, he explained that what happens to famous people is one of two things. Either your platform is fleeting. So think like eventually in sports, like you retire or you might get an injury, but like think of for influencers like Vine, that what happened to Vine, or TikTok potentially getting banned in the US. The other thing is that you might be fleeting. Hey, you might get canceled. You might not want to do this forever. You might retire. Like you might not want to make YouTube videos for the next 30 years. So one of those two things can happen to you or will happen to you, which brings me into my second point. How many influencers do you know or athletes do you know that have really stayed relevant long term? It's a very small proportion of them, right? If you think of someone like in athletics that's still famous, they're probably doing something to keep themselves relevant. Like if we think of Shaq went and did like a billion different things to stay relevant. But that's not every athlete that you can think of. That's not every person that's ever been on a sports team. It's a very small number. And that's why I say I think most influencers will go broke. It ties into my third point. What did Shaq do differently that kept him relevant versus any other athlete? And how you as an influencer can do something different. The Fat Jewish at this event spoke about how it was so important to build other streams of income because he knew he wouldn't stay relevant forever, whether it was because of the platform shutting down or him just not wanting to do it. He built all these different income streams, which is something that Shaq did as well. Shaq owns like a bunch of restaurants and does all kinds of different things to keep that income coming. When you get a lot of money coming towards you, whether it's working your 9 to 5, whether it's being a famous athlete or an influencer, it's very common that something occurs called lifestyle creep. That's where you start getting the G classes, the mansions, you upgrade your car, you upgrade your apartment, you upgrade your wardrobe, you upgrade all these different things. No matter what the scale is, you're upgrading. But when you upgrade like that, you're setting a certain standard for yourself, which means that you're either change your desk to continue working your 9 to 5, or that like 67%, I think it is, of NBA players that retire within 2 years go broke, because you weren't managing your money well along the way. You were expecting these certain calibers of lifestyle, but you weren't investing money to make sure that that stayed with you long term. And that's why if I was an athlete or if I was an influencer, if I was any of these things, I'd be making sure to have like a panel of people helping me manage my money if I didn't know what I was doing, and be investing like over 80% of my income, because I know in my head that this is fleeting. That's why I think most people will end up going broke, because they're not doing that.
Okay, so I don't know about y'all, but I've noticed that there's a huge influx of broke-ass influencers on TikTok that are begging for money, and some of them even being involved in scams. Yesterday, I saw this TikToker who had almost 1 million subscribers or followers, and she was involved in a GoFundMe scam, and the GoFundMe got shut down. And it's just like, the problem with so many of these TikTokers is that, or any influencer, is that they're living above their means. And something that my grandma taught me as a kid that I'll never forget is she said, if you cannot buy something with cash in hand right now, then you cannot afford it. Or if the money isn't in your checking account right now, the full amount, you can't afford it. And it's like, I've seen so many scandals over the years of influencers, from YouTube or any, community that have gone broke because they start to live above their means. And you should never live above your means in life if you don't want to set yourself up for failure. Like, let's say an influencer makes $40,000 their first big payout month, right? And it starts to become consistent. Okay, great. But then they decide they want to go rent or lease an LA mansion for $15,000 a month, right? And just because they were making $40,000 a month consistently for a while, it doesn't mean that money is going to stay. Because life works in ebb and flows. Life works in patterns. It has ups and downs, ups and downs, and ups and downs. So learn firsthand from these influencers. Definitely do not live above your means. Have a goal in life, a goal you want to meet, of the life you want to live, and then take actionable and reasonable steps to get there. It's like I said with the house example, a lot of these influencers, right, the money comes in, but they're taking too large of a leap. Like my grandma said, if you cannot buy it in cash, in full, you cannot afford it.
So I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen all this rhetoric going around about how celebrities are going broke, right? Like Beyonce releasing a new album right after her tour and releasing new products. Kylie Jenner's releasing brand after brand after brand. And a lot of people keep referring to this as rich people broke, which, by the way, is a term I've never heard until I've used this app. And first of all, I'm just going to start off by saying, personally, I feel like rich people broke is a privilege in its own right. Like being able to be not just broke, but rich people broke, AKA sell one of your mansions, sell your private jet, and you probably would be better off financially. That's a privilege. And it's a privilege I wish I had. Like, can I be rich people broke, please?
Yo guys, so I'm just here to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video, why celebrities are going broke. Okay, so there is illusion of endless wealthy. Okay, so for most of us, seeing a celebrity earn millions from movie, music, or sport makes it hard to imagine them running out of money. But the truth is, wealth isn't feminine. If you don't manage it wisely, many celebrities fall into the trap of thinking that earning potential will last forever. They believe they'll keep booking big gigs, selling records, or landing endorsement deals. Unfortunately, industry is unpredictable. Careers slow down, and before they know it, the money stops flowing. Overspending and lifestyle inflation. Another huge reason is lifestyle inflation. When a celebrity suddenly start making millions, they often upgrade their lifestyle drastically, buying mansions, luxury cars, and private jets. They surround themselves with expensive things and become their new normal. But maintaining that lifestyle requires a constant income. Adds to that the pressure to keep with peers in that industry. Relevant on social media, and you have to a recipe of financial disaster. Okay, another thing is bad investment and poor money management. Celebrities also lose money through poor financial decisions. Sometimes they make risky investments without fully understanding them or trust the wrong people to handle their finances. It's not uncommon for celebrities to hire business managers or accountants who mismanage their funds or even steal from them. And when these mistakes come to light, it's often too late to recover them. Another thing is legal troubles and debt. Okay, so these people, they put themselves too much in debt. Legal troubles can also drain their wealthy. Lawsuits, divorces, and even tax evasion penalties can cost millions. Celebrities are often targeted for lawsuit because of their high profile status. Additional, some take time or take huge loans or use credit to fund their lavish lifestyle, thinking they can pay it off later, only to find themselves drowning in debt. Another thing is the pressure to maintain an image. Then there is the pressure of maintaining an image. Celebrities feel they must look a certain way, wear a certain brand, or live in a certain place to stay relevant. The constant pressure leads to overspending on things they don't even need. Many fear if they don't keep up appearance, they lose funds or opportunities, which ironically leads to financial ruin. So, what can we take away from this? It's a reminder that no matter how much money you have, financial management is crucial. Living with your means, saving for the future, and making smart investment are lessons we can all learn, whether we are celebrities or not. If you find this commentary insightful, give this video a thumbs up, guys, and share your thoughts in the comment section. So, we've seen a lot of influencers going broke because of different reasons. Okay, so money management is very important. So let me tell you about the experience. When someone is a celebrity, people want to look them in a certain way. So before you realize it, you need to be all flashy to keep up the with the appearance. Once you look a certain way, people start thinking, oh, you're not making a lot of money and all that. So before you even go in that lavish or luxury world, you have to know how you're going to manage that money with balance with that lifestyle you're going there, because you need to generate money always, and in these industries it's very hard to stay relevant. Okay, there's also time for everything. Like there's a time you're going to be booming, everyone is talking about you, but later after someone else comes again in the industry, they'll start praising the other person. Okay, and they put you aside. So this is why most of the people which I've seen as celebrities, they're doing business and they're celebrities. Okay, at least they have this side hustle which brings money every time. In case you don't generate money that month, you'll be able to pay your bills, you'll be able to continue to live with your life. So the key is good money management. Okay, so you have to be planning everything. So like as we are going to 2024, I want to know how to manage my money, because I felt like these past years I didn't do well in managing the money, and like I'll be saving every 20% of my salary. Okay, so I'll start saving so that we see by the end of year how much you're going to have. Okay, so always save, spend well your money. It's very important. Make sure you budget the relevant stuff and don't go over your budget. Like just get important stuff so that you save. It's really important for you. It's gonna help you to live a good life and also to save for the future. So yeah, that's my thinking. I don't know what you think, you guys. What do you think that these people, why are they going broke? Yeah, I would love to hear from you. And I've seen a lot of celebrities on TikTok that are like doing TikTok live, asking people to send them gifts. Like it's going crazy, guys. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Bye bye. See you next time.